episode, we will be going to discuss about the various dimensions of the business environment. The dimensions, or let's say the factors of the business environment. So when we are talking about the factors or the dimensions of the business environment, these are categorized. There are 5 different dimensions of business environment. First one is the legal dimension. When we are talking about the legal dimension or the legal factors, these are the dimensions which are related with the laws which are being made by the government. The laws related with the various types of work which are being done by the business organization, the rules that how they have to do a particular work, what are the various type of things they should do and what are the things they should not do, and they have to follow these rules strictly. If they will not follow the rules or the laws made by the government, then there will be a punishment for the violation of those rules and regulations. Let's say for an example, if it is said that the organization should make the use of the eco-friendly technology and should see this thing that they are not polluting the environment due to any of their work or for getting the maximum profit. And if they are not doing that thing, then it is a punishable event and the government will interfere in the business of those organizations and they will impose some punishment on those types of organizations which are not following these laws which are being made by the government. So this is the legal factor. Then comes the social dimension or the social factor. When we are talking about the social dimension or the social factor, this is related with the buying habits of the consumer. The buying habits of the consumers is like some of the consumers, they are not liking certain things which are produced by the organization in a certain manner. So they say this thing that they will not produce or they will not purchase such type of goods which are not liked by them. Some of the goods may hurt the feelings of some of the community or the caste due to their color, due to the presentation of their packing, or let's say due to the shape and size, because they are not being liked by those communities or the societies. Let's say that the color in case the green color, it is not liked by some of the people or the society because some society believe that this is the color of illness and some society believe that this is the good color and color of religion, so we want this thing. And when we are talking about the blue color also, the blue color is also not liked by some of the peoples. कुछ लोग blue color को भी पसंद नहीं करते हैं. And why they do not like the blue color? The blue color, they have said that in some case it is representing the feminine gender and in some case it is representing the masculine gender. Okay, in Holland it is said that it is a masculine gender, but whereas in some of the countries it is said that it is of the feminine gender. So this is the things which are taking place. So we are not taking this type of goods which are produced in this type of color. So these are some of the social beliefs of the customers because their taste, their demand, their likings are depending on their culture or the religion. So this type of factors are coming in the social factors or the social dimension adversely which affects the business. Okay. Then we talk about the political factors or the political dimension. This is related with the political scenario of the country. The stable government and the unstable government. If there is a stable government or the political scenario of the country is very good, so the businessmen, they are feeling confident that there is a stable government and the policies which are being made by the government will run for a long-term period. And on the other hand, if there is an unstable government or if there is a coalition government, so then it is very difficult for the businessmen to believe in this, that whatever policies are being made by the government, whether these policies will run for a long-term period or not. There is a need of the strong opposition in the political scenario also, because when there is a no strong opposition, then it creates a dictatorship, and when the dictatorship is created, ultimately it is not good for any of the segment of the society, whether it is a businessman also. So they think in this manner that the political stability in the country is good for the business, and if there is an unstable political scenario in the country, then it is not good for business. Then comes technological, the changes in the technology, the changes which we are seeing in the technology, or the improvement in the technology, which is leading to the good or increase in the production. So this is related with the technological changes, because technological changes are giving the good quality product, they are increasing the productivity of the organization, and the organization is able to earn more and more money. So we can say this thing that when there is a change in the technology and that change is liked by the people, it is good for the business. But when some technological changes, if those are not liked by the people, have some adverse effect on the business. Good, like the use of the bags. Okay, when we are packing the milks are being packed in the bag, glass bottle disappeared, and then the poly bag came, and now the tetra bags are also available. So this is a good example of technological change. The use of the cell phone nowadays for doing the communication. Previously there were the local phones, landline phones, and the basic landline phones. Now we have got the cell phone. We can carry those phones anywhere, and we can talk to any person from anywhere. So this is also something good. So there are some good and bad effects of the technological changes also. Okay. Now we move to the economic changes. The changes in the economy. So economic changes are related with some of the things like the demand pattern. The change in the demand pattern by the consumer. The demand of the goods may increase, the demand of the goods may decrease, because the consumer may like the goods or the consumer may dislike the goods. If the demand of the goods increase, then it is good, but if the demand pattern shows the decrease of the downfall in the demand of the goods, then it is not good for the business organization. The various policies of the government policies which are being made by the government have an adverse effect on the business also. The policies related with the industrial policy, that where you have to set up the business will only be set up in the industrial area, and you can do only a particular type of business. You have to make the use of the various eco-friendly technology. You have to make the use of the garbage cleaning system for cleaning the garbage before you dump it into the areas where the water is not polluted, or in the areas where the land is not polluted. So all these things you have to follow. So these are some of the changes, and due to these changes there is the increase in the cost also. So cost is increasing the price of the product also. Then comes some of the fiscal policies. We are talking about the fiscal policies also. In case of the government policy, there is a fiscal policy related with the taxes. So how many types of taxes should be collected, and this type of taxes are like sales tax, income tax. So these are the various types of collecting the revenues, and there are various monetary policies related with the various type of industrial policies, providing the funds for doing the work for the business, for the growth of the business, for the upliftment of the industries. So these are some of the policies of the government which adversely affect the business in a positive and the negative both the manner. Then comes the policies of the supplier. If the suppliers are supplying you the goods on the credit, then it is good for the businessman. If the suppliers are giving you the quality product, then also it is good for the businessman. But if the suppliers are not supplying the goods to the businessman on the credit, and they will decrease the time period of the credit, then also it will adversely affect the business. So this is the policy of supplier. And the competitor policy, when we are talking about, if we have to attain the market share, if we have to see this thing that the product which we are selling should be sellable in the market, so we have to see this thing that what are the various policies of the competitor, and on the basis of the policies of the competitor, we have to also make some changes in the selling policies of the goods which we are producing. Because if the competitor is selling the same type of good at a particular price level, so we have to see this thing that the price of our goods also should not increase beyond that limit, and it should be liked by the consumer also. So these are the various type of the dimensions of the business environment which have some good as well as the bad effect on the business. Okay. Hope you understand this topic related with the various dimension of the business environment, and now you will be able to clearly identify that which particular type of situation which is affecting the business environment is coming under what particular type of dimension, whether it is related with the political dimension, whether it is related with some legal dimension, social dimension, economic or technological dimension. Thank you and have a nice day.